It's about that time, and now it's going down. And we ain't letting nothing stop us, ain't no slowing down. Now, it's Kingdom Marketing Secrets. And every single week, you gotta pick this.
I think it's finally time. I think it's time to flow. I think it's time to start this podcast so they can know the right tips and strategies that bring success. It calls heaven on earth and our busyness. But this is all true because he changed the game and brought the kingdom to every soul representing his name. Now position yourself in him to be blessed and bring heaven on earth in your busyness. It's about that time and now it's going down. And we ain't letting nothing stop us, ain't no slowing down. Nah, it's Kingdom Marketing Secrets. And every single week you gotta pick this. It's about that time and now it's going down. And we ain't letting nothing stop us, ain't no slowing down. Nah, it's Kingdom Marketing Secrets. And every single week you gotta pick this.
Welcome to Kingdom Marketing Secrets, where you'll hear the best tips, tactics, and takeaways, and any other cool words starting with T, so you can advance your business online the Kingdom way. Welcome your host, Christopher Harold.
Hey, what's up, everybody? What's going on? It is your host, Christopher Harold, the Marketing Superman, the Mr. Over-Deliver, the founder of the Money and Marketing Masterclass and God's Masterpiece Academy. And my goodness, what's going on, everybody? I hope you're doing well today. And I'm excited to be before you today to share another amazing episode of the Kingdom Marketing Secrets podcast. And in today's episode, it's episode 49, and I want to talk about, should you invest in a secular mentor? Should you invest in a secular mentor? Now, I was just sitting there thinking, before we went live here recording this, and I was thinking, that's a subject line that you will never hear on a traditional podcast. Or you'll never hear it in a video, you'll never hear on a webinar, you'll never hear on the challenge, you'll never hear, period. Should you invest in a secular mentor, right? Because the only way you will ever hear that is you will have to be someone dealing from a kingdom-minded perspective or faith-based perspective. Because when we define because most people say, well, I just invest, right? I don't know if someone's secular or not, because why? What does that term mean, secular? Think about secular. Well, secular actually means worldly, right? And again, so this topic will only be discussed and brought up with someone coming from a kingdom mindset, a kingdom perspective. And so I'm excited to share this with you today. Should you invest in a secular mentor? And I'm gonna share some real life stories. And really, this episode, I just want to have a conversation with you. So go ahead and chillax, kick your feet up. Now, if you're driving, focus on the road. If you're doing something else, but I just want to have a conversation with you right now, because I'm gonna share some stories of myself and some things I have done in business, and hopefully by the end of this episode, we will you can see what I feel, in my opinion, on this topic. Should you invest in a secular mentor? Now, here's one thing that I have learned throughout my career as an entrepreneur. And many, I've been full-time online since 2016, but I've been someone that you might want to call a serial entrepreneur. I started my very first business in 1998, right? It could be possible some of you guys listen to this podcast now wasn't even born when I started my very first business in 98. But the point is that, so I've done a lot of different things. What is a serial entrepreneur? A serial entrepreneur is someone who just kind of tries a lot of different things, because you really don't know what you know until you try some different things. And you really don't know what you might be good at, what you might enjoy, what you might be passionate about, unless you continue, to try some different things. So I was a serial entrepreneur. I may try one business for 6 months, 12 months, and then move on to another, So, I was in the music business for 12 years. I did real estate investing. I've sold vehicles. I've sold floors. I've sold alarm systems. I have sold roofs. I have man, what else have I done? A lot of different things. I've sold health and wellness products. I've sold information products. I've sold gadgets. I've sold business opportunities. I have done a lot of different things. I sold tons of my own products and services, and I've sold tons of products and services of others as well. And a lot of different niches and a lot of different areas. So I would be a classic definition of someone that you might want to call a serial entrepreneur until recently, right? Actually, to the last 3 or 4 years. And so, and throughout that time, right, from coaching, consulting, done for you service, do it yourself service, done for you service. I mean, just doing a little bit of everything, right? Throughout that time, what I discovered was that you can. There are 2 ways they say you learn in business, right? I always heard there's 2 ways you learn in business. One is what? Through mistakes. And that means what? You go out there and just wing it. I can remember when I got involved in real estate investing. And that was a very interesting time because when I got involved in real estate investing, literally, I went to a seminar. Now you might have heard, back in the day, not back in the day, but there used to be these real estate investing seminars that would happen in town, right? And basically what would happen, you'll hear an ad like on the radio and they telling you that, hey, such and such guru is coming to town to show you how to make $1 gazillion in 3 days, right? Go ahead and get your, or they start off with 1 day, right? Go ahead and get your free ticket to learn how to be a rich real estate investor, right? Do you get that free ticket, or it may be $99? But typically it's the one day where they do the 1 day first. Hey, we got a 1 day event happening at the hotel here. Could be coming to your town. We look at my TV show. I'm gonna show you how to be rich like me, right? That's tough. And then you show up for the 1 day event, right? And you see a bunch of people in there. Then what they do after that 1 day event, they give you just a little bit of topical information. And then they offer you to attend a 3-day event. Hey guys, in 2 weeks or 1 week or whatever, next weekend, can you believe it? We're going to be back in town with our top guys, and we're going to bring in the guru, and we'll be in town for 3 days. And it's like $99 or $249 to attend this 3-day event. And you're going to be really mega rich in real estate, right? So then what happens? This is what I did. So then I invested, in that next level. So $99 or $249, whatever it was, to come to the 3-day event. Right. And so then I attended a 3-day event, and this is when you see, typically you see maybe less people because people are paying for something. Typically when something for free, you get to everybody. Everybody got free in their pocket, right? And you're always going to get the freebie seekers. Just people want everything for free. Then when someone say, hey, you got to invest a little bit to come to the next class, typically it's a smaller size, right? But typically those people are a bit more serious, right? And so at the 3-day event, they go through the whole spiel. They tell you a little more information, but then they pitch you on the real deal, right? The real deal while they're there. Join our academy for $100,000, or $75,000 or whatever, right? And so what happened, I can remember when I was at that 3-day event, I brought my dad with me. Now, we didn't do the $75,000, $100,000 academy, right? But what happened was you begin to meet people who also didn't do it, and they were like, you don't need that. All you need to do is this, and that, and you'll be all right. Or go buy you a book, Real Estate for Dummies book, and you'll be all right. You don't need to do this and that. I've been doing flipping real estate. I ain't never had a mentor. I ain't never invested in nothing like this kind of school. All you need to do is this, and this. Go buy this book, and you'll be straight, right? So you go out there and buy the $20 book, right? And you go out there and try to do some deals. And then what happens? Hell, all hell shows up. Deals fall apart. Legal issues can happen. I mean, it's very scary. And I know people do that. People at that 3-day event, people told me, because I was leaning toward possibly trying to get a loan or a credit card to actually get in that school, because some reason always have the mindset that you get what you pay for, right? And I had the mindset that if I can get a mentor, someone to show me how to do this, they can shorten the learning curve. But I didn't do that, and I definitely didn't take the advice that these people was telling me to go buy a Real Estate for Dummies book and just go out there and try to wing it. Because I've seen people do that, and they get into a load of trouble, right? But what I did do is this: I came home on that Sunday evening after that event was over, and I searched for local real estate investing groups, right, and local real estate, investing mentors. Because again, I believe a mentor shortens your learning curve. I believe a mentor is vital to your success. I believe people who try to wing it alone, like that'd be equivalent to me and what I provide service today. People trying to go on YouTube and trying to teach themselves how to market online, trying to teach themselves sales funnels and strategies, how to run ads, how to do copywriting. Right, how to do how to be a public speaker. I mean, that's someone going on YouTube and just living on YouTube and or going on everybody's free webinars or free masterclass or free challenges and thinking that they're going to take all this information and just be successful with it. It's the same mindset. But I've always been cut from the cloth that said a mentor shortens the learning curve, and I don't mind investing in myself in a mentor. So in that real estate thing, I actually found a local mentor, and he's told me what his program would be. I think it was like $25,000, and I made it happen, right? And it was a good investment because why? I had someone I could go to help me help me with my deals, to help me go through the contract process, to basically save my rear end from getting into a whole lot of trouble that other folks were getting into trying to wing it all alone. And it was a great investment. I actually did it twice. I invested in two different real estate mentors because one specialized in buying whole, and another one specialized in like subject to and different things like that. So if you don't know what I'm talking about, just talk to a real estate investor and they know I'm talking about wholesaling and different things like that. So I got involved in wholesaling, different things like that, doing subject to, a lot of stuff like that. And so it was a great investment. Now, at that time, I wouldn't say I had the kingdom mindset, a kingdom revelation that I do today. At that time, I was just a Christian doing business. Because when I hired those mentors, one for sure definitely wasn't kingdom. Because this guy ended up being on ripoffreport.com from going around the world. I mean, going around the country just scamming people, right? But when you just focus on certain things and you're not focused on character, listen to me. When you focus on making money and you're not focused on character or integrity, you tend to choose to blind yourself to those warning signs. I saw the warning signs with the way the guy talked, his language, things he said to people. I knew something wasn't right, but all I was thinking about was just making money. Can you relate? Right? And I can fast forward to when I got involved in online marketing and I began to invest in mentors there as well, because I always believe in investing because a mentor shortens the learning curve. And I had some, who were better than others. I had some that had some integrity, some that lacked a lot of integrity, some who loved Jesus, some who actually thought they were Jesus. I mean, really, literally, one guy actually thought he was basically Jesus. Just thought he could heal people by blowing his breath on them. And he wasn't even saved. He's not like these televangelists who think they got these magic powers too, right? This guy was totally on the other side of the spectrum, but that's neither here nor there. But the point is that I invested a lot of money in a lot of mentors, right? Because I think you should, right? But should you, as a Christ-centered kingdom entrepreneur, invest in secular mentors? That's the question, right? Well, I would say that depends. Because initially I want to say no. Because I can give you an example. Now, I've been through many mentors and entrepreneurs I invested with. And some, mostly, you could chew up the meat and spit out the bones. Some of them tell you strategies that are not kingdom. They're not kingdom principles, right? And so you have to know that. And it's a trap because you can deceive yourself and just be focused on making money and overlook the flaws of people. But let me also share this with you. I have invested in a mentor who called himself a Christian, who called himself a kingdom entrepreneur, and he started off well.